there was a theater in this house, and we sat down and watched a Darth Vader fan film that was pretty dope.
And we've talked last week, about the Darth Maul one and how we had the question of, are fan-made films better than the real films? And we talked about how the passion and the love of the topic makes these people make these films. And holy cow, dude, not only was it just amazing to see in like a home theater, but it was such a good plot line, because something that we don't really see too much that we see in Revenge of the Sith is obviously him turning into Darth Vader, but it's the immediate after effect other than the long no. Put that scene while I'm doing this. No.
You know what that scene is in Spanish?
What is it?
No. It's the same way. So you say no in Spanish and English the same way.
Fair enough. But man, it was. We'll have to tag that too down below, like in the description. But it basically was, you were seeing Vader being so angry that Padme died, and he was just so vengeful. Like, he wanted to go after the Emperor so bad that it was almost like the Emperor just had such this grip on him, this fearful grip, that just Vader was just too scared to do anything about it. Like, that's at least what I got out of it. I don't know what you got out of it.
Yeah. No, 100% the same concept, where it was like, it was exploring the arc of Vader grieving for Padme.
Yeah.
Because we don't get to see that. Like, there is the Vader VR game. Dives a little bit into it dives a little bit into that, where like Vader's going to Padme's, like trying to resurrect Padme from the dead is kind of what that whole story is about. But like, this movie, man, like really dove into the fact of like, Vader's pissed. Like, you killed his girl, you said that he'd be able to save her, and she's not back. What are we doing here?
It also made you realize like how much, like you said, grieving. It was just constant. He was living in constant pain, like heartbroken pain. I'm sure physical pain from being burnt and his limbs and everything. But it's like, it kind of makes you understand his anger more. Like, it just fueled his anger and his hatred. And I guess that's the whole, thing with the dark side. Let the hate flow through you.
Yeah, there's so the guy who made it was Star Wars Theory, who is like a very prominent Star Wars YouTube channel. So definitely check that out if you haven't seen it already. But there was a scene where he's in his, like, I guess, meditation room, where you just see the scorched face and the burnt limbs and just the burnt body. And I was like, my God, man, like, fan films are just getting so ridiculously good. Now, part 2 either hasn't been made or something going on, but what we saw from part 2, the story looked cool, but we definitely need to see them pursue that a little more and figure out what's going on.
Hell yes.
It involves the return of Mr. Mother Effin' Mace Windu. Somehow Mace Windu survived.
What's crazy though is when you see Mace Windu and it finally shows his face, like, half his face looks normal and the other half is just like burnt and he's got like an eye all jacked up, and I was like, dang.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was bummed when we were looking through that and trying to find the actual like second episode, and we kept seeing like coming out soon, and I was like, oh my gosh, it needs to hurry up and come out, because I definitely want to see that. They did such a great job with that first one, and I would love to see Vader versus Mace Windu, because obviously Mace would be pissed off with Anakin essentially turning. He already didn't trust Anakin, and can you imagine just the anger behind Mace Windu being like, I knew it. I knew this kid was bad news. Like,